Welcome back, everyone, to Drowned Shores. Yippee! In our last session, our group of not quite sailors, not quite pirates, just kind of people for now, right? Managed to find your way to the southeastern side of Lilywhite and managed to enter the home of Crackbeak, the Tengu Jinx Eater who you had managed to find and managed to help escape from the pirates that seem to be targeting him for his potential knowledge of where the Devil's Tide's treasure lies. You found that his house was veritably trapped and ready for anyone, and unfortunately you all did not manage to avoid or disable all of the traps yourselves, taking a pretty hefty spike through the chest, Alistair. But getting up to speak with Crackbeak, he reaffirmed once more your willingness to seek out both the treasure and the crew of the Devil's Tide, knowing that that difficult fight you faced at the warehouse is probably not even going to come close to the most dangerous situation you'll find yourself in if you go down this route. He was still a bit skeptical over your skill, especially when you all stated that none of you had really gotten into fights before, and that's why you didn't win so easily. So he asked that you all participate in the Mariners' Melee the following day. And he didn't ask that you win, simply because no one's won in quite a long time, but that you at the very least win the second round of the fight. Your group managed to blow all expectations out of the water, though, not just winning the first and second fight, but also managing to take home the championship in a very tough fight that, over the course of the entire contest, left many of you unconscious and or drunk at various stages of the fight. But we pick our story back up in the late evening as the five of you are just now climbing out of the arena. Some servers and other people going to take Ingrid and her companions, who just recently lost to you, out of the way. And it is up to you guys to be presented with the championship prize. Making your way over towards the bar, a couple people sort of clearing the way out for the new champions to make their way over. The owner of the bar, who you guys have only really seen tonight for the first time, aside from River, who works for him, Roderick Vane, a old salt and pepper haired mariner, he kind of steps forward, looks at you all with an appraising eye.
Well, far be it from me to be surprised when such an unlikely group takes home the prize. But, folks, we have new champions of the melee. For the first time today, in years, these are your new champions. In accordance with tradition, I wasn't really expecting to get rid of this, but he will sort of reach above the bar on the wall where there are a series of what look to be sort of silver cutlasses, all hanging in a line in beautiful condition, and he will pick one up. You see there's 2 slots prior that didn't have a cutlass in them anymore, and there's probably a dozen more that are still on the wall. But he will pull the cutlass down and hand it towards your group for whoever would like to take it.
I'll reach out and take it.
Okay. Would you like me to put it in your inventory or the party stash?
I'm a nice person. You should put it in the party stash.
Okay. It is a low-grade silver cutlass that you all have been presented with. He will also pull out what looks to be pure silver ale stein and slam it on the bar and immediately fill it full to the brim before sliding it towards your group. That mug right there, bring it forth whenever you want. Free ale on the house as long as you've got it in your possession.
This is River's place of work, right?
Yes.
So really, she could just keep it and then just keep all of the money.
She could.
He owns this bar now.
That's not
That's
quite
how that
how
works.
that works. You guys will be able to decide what you would like to do with it. That silver stein on its own is worth about 20 gold. So, as long as you guys have it, you're entitled to free alcohol here at this bar, but you could always sell it for multiple gold pieces a person as well.
I do know somebody who works here, so I feel like we'd probably get a pretty good discount here anyway. And I like money.
Was a decision for the group to make. But as you all are presented with drinks to celebrate your win in the arena, there's someone else amongst the many cheering spectators who has their eye on your group at the moment. Akliji, would you please describe your character to us?
Yeah, Akliji is a tall, well, she's short for an orc, but I guess tall compared to everybody else in the party. She's kind of got a lithe figure. She's got a rapier at her waist. Very clearly a adventuring sort. And you know, lots of piercings and stuff, as you can clearly see on the image. But as you folks are celebrating your victory, Akliji's going to stomp over to the nearest person in the party, which it looks like that's Kinriel right now. Just gonna jab a finger into his chest and say, "Where is that were-shark fucker? I know he's with you."
Alistair, you take this one. And I push
You mean the
forward.
one we pushed off the cliff?
Yeah, he's dead.
She kind of like gets a look on her face like she doesn't exactly understand, and she looks between Alistair and Samudra and is like, pushed off a wait, he's dead?
We were jumped in a warehouse when we were following a lead, and he fell in combat, and we weren't able to stabilize his injuries.
Gosh,
So he died.
shit. I feel
He
bad
was
now.
murdered by the Grey Claws. I think that's what they're
Yes.
called.
Yeah, it was the Great Claw Pirates did it.
Okay. Well, where's his where's my Australob?
Oh, interesting.
Perhaps we should talk privately.
I mean, talk privately, talk out here. We're talking all the same, ain't we?
We don't know where it is, but we could probably help you look for it.
How do you not know where it is? It was on him, wasn't it? He had it, right?
We don't know where it is, but we would help you look for it.
I I guess
Okay.
so. Look, just that were-shark asshole cheated in an arm wrestling contest where I bet that thing, and then he ran off with it, even though he obviously cheated in that arm wrestling competition. So I've been trying to find him for the past, I don't know how. I mean, sorry he's dead. Was he a friend of yours, or?
I didn't even know him for a day. But he
Okay,
died fighting for us, so there's
okay.
that.
Uh,
So,
well,
Samudra, could you look? Does this individual look familiar to you?
I'm gonna squint. Does she look familiar?
I mean, out of the 7 people in that dream, you've recognized most of them, you think at least. And, the one you thought was the shark, kind of more because they had the astrolabe fragment. That figure was, kind of big, wearing a large cloak at the time. It was raining, it was dark, you couldn't really see, you weren't fully focused on the features of all of them. Could be.
I'm gonna kind of half shrug and say, maybe. How'd you get your astrolabe?
well, so, so some years ago, this Canaanite cleric champion something or other came by to my village, and he was helping my folks fight the demons, but he also like told us these really cool stories of like adventure and traveling around the world and beating up bad guys and saving the innocent. And when I was getting ready for my like full coming of age ceremony with my tribe, the and the astrolabe I saw him wearing just ended up on my doorstep. I took that as a sign that rather than sticking around the jungle fighting demons all my life, I should go travel, explore the world, have some adventures. So I took the astrolabe with me when I ran away from home, and well, like I said, kind of got a little bit deep in my cups and challenged the were shark to an arm wrestling contest that he cheated in. But I did bet my astrolabe, which was a, a dumb idea.
Do you think that you learned your lesson?
Oh, of course. Of course, I learned my lesson. Smiling
Is
big as she clearly has not learned her lesson.
can I sense motive?
Sure.
Oh, is this a secret one?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't believe you are attempting to deceive at all with your words, Akliji, are you?
No.
Okay. Yeah. As far as you can tell, Alistair, she seems open and honest, if a little bit the head in the clouds, perhaps. But she does not appear to be deceiving you in any way, as far as you can tell.
Oh, for reference, as she's talking, she is, um, like she'll empty a mug, go back to the bar while continuing to talk with you, grab another mug, come back, and just keep doing that cycle while she's speaking.
Wow.
Very clearly not keeping this conversation private in spite of what you asked for.
I'll offer her the mug and tell her she has to give it back.
Uh,
Oh, so she can get free beer.
Yeah.
oh, is it a bottomless tankard?
No,
Oh.
it is a regular silver stein. It's worth a chunk, but it signifies the owner of the mariner or the winner of the Mariners melee. So anyone who has that mug is entitled to free drinks from the bar here.
Oh, hell yeah! And Akleji will immediately just continue getting free drinks from the bar.
When you step away to go to the bar, then I am gonna ask my friends what they think we should do.
She seems to be on the level. And let no sense of deceit.
Then we should give it to her. I mean, it's hers.
I'm convinced.
Supposing she agrees to go with us. We kind of need it.
And she seems really nice. I'm sure she'll come. We'll just ask her.
You guys are gonna make such great pirates. It's hers.
No.
Might as well give it over.
Oh no,
And she's drunk already.
Well, we do need, if we are intending to find this treasure, we do need additional hands.
She looks really strong. Dumber than a were shark, but strong.
Wow.
A Clegy will call out, "Don't need to be smart when I'm this pretty."
And I'm going to say, damn right.
You think you'll be better at healing orcs than sharks?
Oh, I should hope so, but I will not let that happen again.
The anatomy is something you're a lot more used to, so hopefully.
Yeah. Just wait until level 2 and I'll take assurance.
Oh,
If you want to invite her to join us, I'm fine with that.
I see no issue.
But if she doesn't want to go, then she ain't getting no astrolabe piece.
Well, I say we invite her first. And then if she says she wants to come, then we tell her we have the piece.
Of course.
But if she doesn't want to come, then somebody else is going to have to tell her we don't have it.
Oh, yeah, I'll come along. She just like steps back into the room.
It could be dangerous.
Danger is what I live for.
I'm going to look at my friends a little worried because I don't think that that was the vibe that I was planning on going with for this adventure. Who actually has her astrolabe?
good question.
Probably me, because I was the one who's trying to save his life.
Sure.
I'll reach into my cloak and produce it.
Ta-da!
A Clegy will kind of motion with her hand for you to toss it over the table. She's not about to stand back up and walk around to get it.
So you're willing to join us on this adventure where we're seeking the treasure that this supposedly leads to?
Like I said, hell yeah, adventure with treasure, and I mean, that is exactly why I left home in the first place, to do something like this. So let's
I'll
do it.
Place it in the middle of the table.
And
Told you we'd help you find it.
will reach over and grab the astrolabe and say, finally back where it belongs. And she'll wear it around her neck like everybody else is.
Okay.
Should be somewhat careful when talking about it. The Great Laws are clearly interested in the treasure as well.
Clegy is gonna finish down another mug of ale and will kind of slam the stein down onto the table and say in a very loud voice, "Oh, the Great Maws are interested in the treasure too? The treasure that the astrolabe lead? Okay, I'll I'll make sure to keep quiet about that then."
Right. Oh, wow. Now what?
Instantly, every other pirate crew in the area is aware now.
There's nothing to see here, nothing to see here. She's well into her cups, making things up. Pirate yo ho, yo ho. Can I roll deception for nothing to see here?
You can certainly try.
Is deception public?
Blind. Huh. You're convinced.
See, I said there's nothing to see here.
How well convinced other patrons of the bar may be? We'll find out. But it is, at this point, getting pretty late at night. It's, past 9 p.m. at this point. Many people are beginning to make their way either back to their homes or to the ships in order to sleep. Some people are tossing copper onto the counter so that they're welcome to stay here on the floor and sleep tonight. What you all would like to do, though, is up to you.
I'm gonna go wherever my new friends are going.
The reward for the melee was the cutlass and the mug.
Yes.
Okay.
Plus the little bit of money that Samudra bet on herself.
Okay.
Are we able to just camp out in this room?
Yeah. It's a copper per person for floor space if you want it.
Do I have to pay?
No, River's still hiding you upstairs in the back room. So
Okay,
you can
good.
go sleep there.
Good night.
If nobody else wants that cutlass, would it be okay if Aklichi took it? I know he just joined the party and I'm already asking for treasure, but I don't know if anybody else uses martial weapons like that.
But I wanted it.
I have no strength, so I would have very little chance to hit with it.
I just want it because it's pretty and shiny and fancy and says that I'm a champion.
It should be noted it is not a finesse weapon, so if your dex base,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
The downside of a cutlass is it is strength based.
Boo.
I want to wear it. I think it's pretty.
You're welcome to.
I think.
May I trouble you for some medical attention, Alistair?
Ah, yes. I also need
bad.
attention to my. We have a lot of injuries still.
And River seems to be in a bad way.
River is on 1 hit point and out of healing spells.
There we go. Treat wounds.
You guys can absolutely spend some time, even while you were discussing and afterwards, making sure everyone gets up to full health before going to sleep for the night.
All right.
Yeah, I don't need to roll for all that yet.
No.
Okay.
There's no real risk right now, so you are welcome to just pop yourselves back to full hit points.
Right on.
Did we set up a rendezvous with Crackbeak?
No.
No, we did not.
I mean, we know where he lives.
That is true.
I thought he would have been watching, but I didn't see him.
He might have been. You don't know.
Yeah, I didn't look for him.
Well, how's he going to train us now?
We'll go to his abode in the morning.
Clegy can go first.
Where am I going?
To our friend's house.
Okay, sure.
Why would she go first?
It's scary, and there's traps. And she's strong, and she'd probably be fine.
Akliji gives a big smile.
Just joined and already designated to meat shield.
That's because she has the most hit points.
The secondary trap finder of the party, we'll call you.
I will tell Ecclesial about the last time we went to his house and about Alistair's new piercing.
I got better.
Stomach piercings are all the rage these days, don't you know?
Yeah.
Here's my belly button.
All right. Everyone is free to go ahead and take their long rest at this point. Heal up. And be prepared for the following morning. As the next morning arrives and you all come to consciousness, what would you like to do?
Head to Crackbeaks, I would presume.
Sure. Go ahead and pop everyone back onto Lily White, and we'll bring Akliji with you guys this time. So this Akliji is the port city you guys are currently in of Lily White on northwestern Motaku Isle. You guys were at the God's Revel Inn up to the far north, and heading over the bridges across the cliffs, you guys are able to make your way back to Crackbeak's house. Still, looks like it might have been cleaned up slightly as you approach. The door is shut this morning. The exterior looks relatively clean and nice still.
Knock on the door.
I'll walk up and knock on the door. Also, your familiars. Oh, there you go.
Let Surge sleep. As you walk forward and knock on the door, Alistair, a minute or so passes before it just opens partially, and you see that familiar sort of cracked beak before a second or so later it fully opens, and you all stand face to face with a fully armored and kitted out Crackbeak, the Tengu that you all know.
We're here for the training.
Good morning to you too.
Akliji will lean around behind Samudra and say, "Hi, I'm Akliji. I'm joining up with them. I think."
She was the original owner of one of the pieces of the Astrolabe.
Name's Crackbeak. You're joining up with these folks. Have they described to you everything that they're after? And the warnings they've all been given?
Astrolabe leads to adventure, leads to treasure, will probably be dangerous. That's my understanding.
Most definitely be dangerous.
Specifically, the treasure of the Devil's Tide.
Treasure of the Devil's Tide. Cool.
These people have already had one member die on them, Ultrayan. Are you sure you're willing to stick with them?
He was stupid. Like, I'm really sad he died, but like, it wasn't our fault. Like, you're totally safe with us.
Akliji will look to Crackbeak, look to Samudra, before looking back to Crackbeak, nodding and giving a smile. Yeah, if the fish lady says I'll be safe, then I'm sure I'll be safe.
Ah, right. As you can see on Smooter's hip, there is the silver cutlass from the melee. So we exceeded your expectations.
Believe it or not, I was there and watching. Congratulations on your win. Wasn't, Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna pull it off my hip and swing it around like a child.
Ah,
He's going to put his head in his hands and just, like, start rubbing his brow. Oh, God.
you should only draw it if you need to use it.
It's okay. We'll get you all whipped into shape eventually. Just have to put up with this for now. Anyway. So. Take it you all are ready to head out then? Begin making our way towards the jungle.
Yes. I am. I think.
We're ready.
Right.
Am I?
Hey, Smokes, you
sorry.
ready?
Smoke says yes, he has no choice here.
Am I back down to a little storm?
Your curse is gone when you long rest.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah. Anytime you refocus, you'll go back down to minor curse, effectively. But when you long rest, your curse will go away entirely.
Oh, rad.
So. Alright. Well, first thing we need are boats. Rowboats to be exact. We're about half a day's travel from landing point where we'll begin making our way into the jungle. We're looking at a little under a week of traveling, so make sure you've got supplies, ways to rest, ways to eat, ways to drink, whatever you need for the trip. I'll work on, I'll see if I can secure us some rowboats to use. And we'll meet down at the eastern docks in, let's say, 3 hours or so.
Very well.
Sounds good to me, Chief.
Oh,
I do have a bedroll. I think getting a pup tent might be a good idea.
I think that while he gets the boats, that we should sell the Stein.
No, my free drinks.
Well, River works there, so I mean,
Yeah, it's free.
there's a difference
Okay.
between free and discounted.
it's true. I just think if we're gonna go on an adventure, we should probably have some more money. And since you guys were all too scared to bet on yourselves, I don't know what else to. I'm gonna look at my cutlass. I'm gonna look at the group, and I'm gonna turn my body so you can't see the cutlass. And I'm gonna say, I don't know what to do.
Okay, how about this? Okay, we keep the silver stein, and we go to get free drinks. And every time we get a drink, we pour it into a bag, and then we accumulate enough alcohol that we can sell it and make a profit.
Now I know why the shark won.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
I should genuinely take a voluntary flaw to my intelligence if this is how my character is going to be.
Cleegee's goal at this point, get a spacious pouch, fill it entirely with alcohol. Drink.
I don't know.
What's the god of drink?
The one she
Okay.
worships.
Yeah.
She's on top
Jaden
of it.
Kalian.
Killian's keg.
Yeah, there is Kalen's Keg here. That is the other tavern in town.
How much, if I sold my cutlass, would we be able to get from it?
It sells for half value, so it would sell for 24 gold. Or sorry, 22 gold. And the Stein would sell for 20 gold.
Oh man.
Well, Miss Fish. Oh my God! Did I even get your names yet?
I mean, I'm sure we would have introduced ourselves at the bar.
Okay, Miss Samudra. Okay, so what do we need to buy before we get going? Right? We need food. We need water. We need tents. Anything else? Nothing else, right?
I
Okay.
don't know. I haven't been on any real adventures.
I was just like at my capacity. I'm like, that tent's gonna cause you problems.
I'm not getting a 10. I have a bedroll. That's enough.
You're just gonna be fine out in the open.
I think we have enough cash to buy everything we need, so don't worry. We don't have to sell your cutlass. And we definitely don't have to sell the Stein.
Having a
If-
silver weapon would be useful,
Oh, okay.
just in case.
If are we gonna are we in a place where it would sell for more, and are we going to encounter other like cities where we could sell it in the near future, or are we going like villages where we're not gonna get as much?
It may not have been specified. You guys will be coming back here after acquiring the treasure.
Okay. And then are there any like simple dexterity weapons?
Like something with the finesse trait that's a simple weapon?
I don't know. I have a +2 to dexterity and I can use simple weapons.
And dagger is always a good choice.
How much would a silver dagger cost?
Expensive.
Yeah, it's
Making
pretty
anything
pricey.
silvered just ups the cost.
Could I melt this one into a silver one?
Most likely.
How long would that take?
At least a day.
Okay.
I will pick up a pub tent for myself.
Sure. Yeah, anyone who wants to pick up a pup tent, that is 8 silver pieces.
Because I realized I was still counting the bulk for my tools that are integrated into my armor.
Ah, yeah, get rid of those.
Yep. Fix that.
I have 1 gold and 11 silver after betting on us. So how bad do I need a tent?
How comfortable do you want to be?
River probably has one.
River
That's
does
just one
not
silver.
at the moment, but she would probably buy one for herself.
It's
just-
only 8 silver for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I'll sleep in her tent.
Well, a pup tent is for one person.
We're real close.
She stuck you in the storage room.
Character might need to buy some flay leaf.
Fully.
Are you buying some flay leaf?
No.
I need drugs.
I wouldn't be surprised. Who wants to buy some blood eye coffee?
I only have 3 silver left.
Huh.
Don't worry, Jericho. This character isn't a drug addict, only an alcoholic.
Oh, good. I'm glad we got that cleared up. So is it just River and Alistair buying a tent?
I bought a tent.
I bought one as well.
Okay, perfect. So Kin is the only one who has not bought a tent. Fantastic.
Does Smokes have money?
Yeah, he has enough to buy a tent.
Yeah, he would buy a tent. Well, actually, I don't know. He's all rough and tumble, and
I'll have him buy one for now, and if he decides he wouldn't have bought it when he comes back, he can get his money back. But otherwise, we will assume he has purchased one.
yeah.
All right. Don't forget, you guys could also always sell those, the poison barb snare and those 2 smoke balls you've picked up for a little bit of coin, if you need it too.
Oh, yeah.
You just remember you have those?
Well, I thought maybe someone might want to use them.
That's fair.
Honestly, snares are kind of trash.
I wish to ask you all a question.
42.
As you're doing your shopping, is anyone doing any specific exploration action?
That's a great question. A Clegy would probably be searching.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably just be searching, just to keep an eye out for anyone watching.
Sure.
Can I gather information?
Absolutely. What are you trying to gather information on?
Anything that might be useful in our current mission. So I don't remember what he said. Like, if we're going in the jungle, then I want to know about the jungle. Or if we're going to a specific place, then I want to know about the specific place.
Yeah, all he's mentioned so far is that you guys are heading into the what you would know is called the Chenogg Rainforest.
Yeah, and then I want to know if I know anything about the Chenogg Rainforest.
Okay.
How many days on boat?
He said on rowboat, you guys will get there in about half a day. But then it's going to be about 5 days by land to get where you're going. Clegy, you're scouting, not searching?
I'm scouting.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Coolio.
Prepare deep breath just in case.
Just in case. All right. Well, with Alistair being the one to sort of keep an eye out on what's going on, as you guys are going about sort of the market area of the port district, doing your best to just sort of keep an eye on what's going on, as you're looking for good deals and everything. Alistair, you are the one to notice a group of people following behind you guys, maybe 30, 45 feet away.
Sort of quietly say, seems we have some fans.
Does do you point out where these people are? I assume, or do you try and keep it, just like mention it and keep it on the down low?
I'll try to gesture towards them, but I don't have any deception to hide that. I mean, I guess I could try. Could I try a deception to gesture towards them without them noticing?
Of course.
That's a secret, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Nah.
That's a really obvious point you just did, Alistair. It's like jerking your thumb over the shoulder at them, trying to be surreptitious, but
I got caught up on my cloak.
yeah. Yeah, it's super obvious to anyone paying attention you're pointing them out. It's a beautiful 3 you rolled.
Nice.
Ecclesia is gonna turn around, hands on hips, and say, "Yes, can we help you?"
Oh.
They're gonna draw steel at that. So, if I could get everyone to go ahead and roll initiative for me, please.
Thanks.
Before we do that, can I see if I can diplomacy us out of this fight?
Once you have rolled initiative on your turn, you're more than welcome to.
Oh. But with all of these idiots, they're just gonna attack them.
Well, you can be the better person, Samudra. Not with that initiative roll, you can't. Ecclesia, as you call out to them, kind of turning around hands on hips, you notice all of them, dressed in, like, light armor, cutlass at their waist, put their hands on their blades, looking like they're about to draw them.
Okay. Then Ecclesia will spend 1 action drawing her weapon.
Sure.
Her second action moving up.
Okay.
And then her third action going into dueling parry.
Sure. So just sort of putting yourself in front of everyone and getting ready to deflect any attacks coming your way.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for making this one easy.
This individual first is going to use their first action to draw their cutlass. Look at you all. We just want information. Doesn't have to get bloody. Does it? Yeah. Might have overheard you folks last night at the bar talking about going after the treasure of the Devil's Tide and that you might have something that'll lead you to it. We just want you to share.
Ecclesia is going to look back to the rest of the party. Should we share?
Oh. Enrail's already looking at you accusatorily.
Well, guess we'll just beat it out of you then. They are going to rush forward and make a cutlass strike against you, Ecclesia.
Okay.
Which will miss as they strike out with their blade and you just knock it to the side with your rapier.
Come on, you can do better than that.
35 feet away. What a shame. This pirate is going to also draw their blade. They are going to rush over towards Kin, though. Takes all their turn to get there, though. They don't have a strike. And Kin, that brings us directly to you.
Okay.
First and foremost, shield.
Yep. Move there.
Okay.
I don't know why this was one-handed, but it should be two-handed. And
Sure.
I'm gonna smack this one with my staff.
Love it. 10 is
Miss.
unfortunately not enough.
That's my turn.
All right. That is going to bring us to the final of these three pirates, who is going to start their turn with an opening threat. So with a single action, they're going to draw their cutlass and get a free demoralize off on Eklegi with it.
No.
But fail miserably. And so they're just going to stride over to here and get a strike off while flanking. And that is a big old whiff. These guys don't look very well trained. Alistair, that brings us to you.
I am going to delay and see what Samudra does.
Sure. Samudra, that brings us to you then.
Wait. We'll tell you everything you want to know.
I look over my shirt. Really?
Why?
Well, we really don't know anything, and why are we going to get murdered for not knowing anything? The ship sank. We heard there might be treasure. We know exactly what they know. Like, I don't want to get murdered. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys, but we really don't know anything. Do you know something?
Give me a deception check, Samudra. If you are okay with this counting as an action to try and deceive them.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We heard you talking about an astrolabe fragment and that leading the way to the treasure. Don't try and deceive us. We know you got more than you're letting on. We can even see those damn fragments.
Samudra, if it makes you feel better, I'm pretty sure we're not the ones who are going to be getting murdered here.
I know, and that doesn't make me feel any better. Why don't you guys join us? We're looking for a crew. We're always looking for good, strong, very well trained pirates, sailors.
Yeah, you went in on the cut. You have to work for it.
How about we
No
change the
freebies.
offer then? You join our crew. Tell us what you know, and you'll get a cut of it. We'll even give you a choice pick on the treasure, since you're the ones knowing the way.
You have a boat?
We do.
Tell me about your boat.
The Storm's Vengeance. Heard of it?
Oh, that sounds like an amazing boat. Is it big?
Our boat is very large, yes.
If there's one thing I know, a captain likes to talk about how big his ship is. Can I roll diplomacy to try to get them to put their weapons away and let's talk? Like, I'm open to joining their crew. Like, I'll listen to their pitch. It'll at least buy us time to get in better positions if we have to murder them. So would that be deception?
Are you doing this objectively more with the purpose to actually listen to them and be open to joining them, or more with giving your group time to surround them?
I'm pretty naive, and I think the idea of already or joining a pre-made crew sounds a lot easier than trying to like all of a sudden be adventurers and have like build our own thing. So I would listen.
Then diplomacy.
Blind or public?
Public.
Hey, good thing I have those hero points I've been saving. Oh, much better.
They definitely drop their guard slightly. They look open to conversing if the rest of you want to.
Ecclesia looks sadly down at her rapier, but then just lets out a sigh and she doesn't sheathe it, but she like lowers it.
Yeah, none of these guys are sheathing their weapons at all.
So I put my hands up, and for my final action, I take a step forward.
Sure. Alistair, would you like to pop back in at this point and say anything or do anything?
Would sense motive be a action?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to sense motive on these pirates.
Sure. I mean, they have the look of a gambler who has found an easy mark to scam.
Okay. Is there like maybe they picked up like a facial tick or something when they were talking?
Yeah, you see a couple of them like exchange a glance as Samudra puts her arms up and walks forward. A small smirk appear on one of their faces. Things like that.
Then I'll go. Their tail give away. They're going to go betray us. And I will draw my crossbow and shoot.
Okay.
I see that look in their eye. I will shoot the one directly in front of me.
Go for it.
He's not loaded. God damn it.
There you go. They will, well, if you would like to hero point that, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, let's do that.
There you go.
There we go. Finally, we got some hits out.
Very nice.
Oh, these are Grey Claws?
That's just the token I had prepared. These guys are not part of the Grey Claw crew. I just haven't changed the name for these specific guys because it's the same stat block, and I'm lazy.
No, as I'm shooting, I'm like, Samudra, they intend us harm. They're faking it.
They, the one you shoot at raises their blade to knock your bolt away, but the last second, you sort of change the angle and manage to pierce through their abdomen with it as they stumble back, blood seeping from their wound. Is this how you deal with people you're trying to talk to? Set them up and then ambush them? I see how it is. That's fine.
Mudra's gonna be so upset.
I don't handle liars well.
We are up to you, Ecclesia.
You're so marked as AFK.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ecclesia's just gonna look around like, I have no idea what's going on, but...
You guys have drawn first blood.
Cool. Then Ecclesia is going to roll intimidation against the pirate in front of her.
Sure.
Because that is my bravado act.
Wahoo.
I'm gonna hero point that. Why not?
Okay. Oh.
Cool. Cool.
Starting off strong. It's okay, they failed to demoralize you too, so.
Yeah. Then what I'll try instead is a tumble through.
Sure.
Because that can also give me panache.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that'll
Right.
succeed.
tumble through, end up over here, get myself
Alright.
some panache, and then go for the finisher.
Sounds good.
Make sure I'm using the... Okay, cool.
No.
Cool! I'm gonna use my last hero point because I hate this.
Yeah, that's fair. You deal no damage if you crit there.
Okay, well...
At least here you get the half damage, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a confident finisher.
Yes, so half of this.
Alright. They will take a bit of damage as you slice into their back with your rapier. They definitely seem a bit better trained than they looked at first glance as you stab at them, though. They seem very much like they might have been hiding how competent they actually are. But that is going to bring us to the badly injured pirate. And they are... The one with the crossbow is the most dangerous. They are going to step as one action, step as a second action, and go for a slice into you, Alistair. Which is going to hit
No.
for 5 points of slashing damage into you.
No, I don't want that damage.
Too late. The other pirate, who's currently surrounded, is going to use their first action to attempt to demoralize you, Samudra. Seeing you already look potentially a little bit sad that negotiations have broken down, they're going to try and scare you a little bit, and they are going to successfully frighten you. So they are going to step with their second action, and since they are now flanking you and you are frightened, they're going to go for the slice into you. Which is still going to miss. Just barely. Alright, Kin, that brings us to you. You are muted if you're talking, by the way.
Would that one have cover because of Samudra from where I am, or no?
From where you are, no, not at all.
Okay. So I'm going to use Hand of the
Timothy!
Apprentice. And he's going to hold out his staff horizontally.
Alright. Hand of the Apprentice does you no favors, it looks like.
What is happening?
Hero point.
Without any
Hit.
sort of flanking or anything, a 16 is just barely going to miss their AC.
I've got to convince you to use Keely's hero point rule.
What's that rule?
When you hero point, if the number on the die is below an 11, you add 10 to the final result.
Which I've already said I don't particularly like, because I don't like the idea that a hero point effectively guarantees a success.
Yeah, that's fair. Sorry, I'm just being a shitter.
Alright, I believe you still have 2 actions, Ken. There we go. That is a failure. Alright. Taking a bit of frost damage from that. They're definitely not looking good. But they are still standing at the moment. And that's going to bring us to the final pirate. This one right here. Who do they wish to go after? Alistair with the crossbow that's currently unloaded, Samudra who's currently frightened, Kin who is the wizard, and Kliji, the one who actually has a bladed weapon at the moment.
They have already attempted to demoralize Akliji. They're going to attempt to demoralize Kin with their first action. Which is going to succeed.
Makes sense.
And they are going to... They don't really have a good position to stride to. So, even though they frightened you, they are still only going to stride here and swing at Akliji. Which is not going to do anything for them. And Samudra, that brings us to you.
Okay. Well, it's time to storm.
Okay. Who's getting touched?
The guy in front, the badly injured
Sounds
one.
good. They will fail by 1 and take full damage. And 8 points of damage is going to be more than enough to just buffet them with this storm, and they will quickly collapse to the ground. Go ahead and grab your curse effect. As the storm begins to rage around you, you've got 2 actions left.
The different types of saves: Fortitude, AC, and Reflex.
Fortitude, Reflex, and Will. AC is if you are attacking them.
Well, with this guy in front first, and then the guy behind him second.
Sounds good. The one closest to you will fail, and the one further away will also fail. They'll both take full damage. 6 points of electricity damage per. Very nice. All right, Alistair, that's going to bring us to you.
Okay. It's time to go overdrive.
That is a success. We love a good overdrive.
And on to reload and shoot this guy here.
16 is just barely not going to be enough.
Well, bugger it. That's my turn.
All right, Akliji, that brings us to you.
Oh, sorry, that's right, that's me. I'm gonna go ahead and, give me a moment here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to intimidate the one to the south. Or demoralize, rather.
Just
okay.
barely is not going to beat their DC.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then I'm gonna try and tumble through.
All right.
Instead. Okay, that's okay. I don't care.
Where were you moving through their space? If you fail, it does end your movement right before them.
True, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I won't be able to get the flank. That's okay.
Not quite.
Then I'll just go ahead and try a regular stab real quick.
Go for it. That's a good hit.
Okay. Could have dealt a lot more damage with some panache, but c'est la vie.
That probably would have crit them too if you had the flanking.
Yeah, had you gotten a successful tumble through, that would have been very bad for them.
Yeah.
That ends your turn, I believe.
Correct.
All right, that's going to bring us to that injured pirate right there. Doesn't really like being surrounded by 3 people like that. They did just see their friend die. They're going to be smart enough to try and flee. So they are... 50. They're just going to run away from you guys, seeing that this does not seem like a winnable fight for them. Kin, that's going to bring us to you.
Can I still see them?
That person, you could. They would have standard cover because of the building and the stalls, but you can still see them.
55 feet, 60 feet. I'm gonna frostbite him.
Okay. Who needs cover when you can call on saves? That is going to succeed for them, though.
Alright, 3 damage.
All right.
And then oops. I'll just shield myself, I suppose.
Sounds good. That will bring us to the last pirate up here. Let's see. What are they gonna do? Are they stupidly brave?
Yeah.
No, they're just as wise as their compatriot. They are going to try and flee into the crowd and run away from you guys. So, Samudra, it is your turn. It's up to you if you'd like to give any chase or anything, or just let them go.
Can't believe they lied to us and they were going to hurt us.
Make sure you target them.
I did target them. I'm sorry. I must
Were
have
you-
untargeted
Yeah,
them.
you must have already been targeting untargeting.
Yeah.
But a 19 will absolutely hit.
Not
5
nice to lie.
points of damage. All right. They are on death's door, but they are still up and standing. Alistair, it's going to bring us to you.
Wait a second. Checking. My speed boosters aren't applying their speed.
They are not. That is very weird, because yeah, you should have, what, a 35-foot move speed right now, because you're under overdrive?
Yes. I can fix it later. But just knowing I have
Yeah.
35 feet is the important part.
Yes.
Reload.
All right. It is weird that it's not applying.
I'm going to shoot that guy.
Well, that's so rude. Why would you? Well, he's not going to live. 5 points of damage, more than enough to take him out at the knees. And the second of 3 pirates who attacked you falls to the ground deceased.
And then the third can spread the tail of don't mess with us.
Akleji, that brings us to you.
Yeah. Akleji is actually going to go ahead and move.
Okay. You
over
do have
here.
to go around slightly.
Yeah. So it'll be like
You can't
over here.
quite charge through the tent.
One way or another, Equegi's just gonna call out, yeah, and tell everybody else not to mess with the Australabe crew.
We need to workshop that name.
Like 4 people who weren't already paying attention to this brawl that broke out are gonna look over. And hey, there's your panache.
Oh, yeah. Lovely.
All right. Kin, would you like to do anything to this person?
We can't let him live.
You could. You don't have to kill him.
I thought this was your nice character, Samudra.
It was, but then he tried to kill us back first, and I don't like that.
3 damage.
All right. He is badly injured now. Still doing his best to run away, though.
Yeah, this is really just a parting shot for me.
All right, fair enough.
We'll see if Samudra can kill him.
What is the greatest range you have access to, Samudra, on a spell?
60 feet.
60 feet. Yeah, I don't think you guys are going to be able to get him
Then
in
can
range before he disappears into the crowd.
Can I use survival to scout? To, like, trace or
Try and
track or
track
whatever?
him down?
Yeah, no, I'm really upset. I was really trying to work a deal, and they just tried to kill us.
Kin, is this going to be a Tim incident all over again?
If Equegi notices that Samudra is actively trying to track this guy down to murder him in cold blood as he runs away,
I just think he's going to tell his whole ship full of friends about us, and then we're going to get murdered. And I don't want to get murdered.
Samudra, you know everybody already knows about us, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't have known about us.
I have to tell you something. And I'm going to take your hand and look you deep in the eyes and say, they wouldn't have known if you hadn't told them.
When did I tell them?
Many times.
You're a very talkative drunk.
Oh, I
can
guess
follow
I'll have to
them
try
back
and
their
work on that.
ship, and then maybe we just set the ship on fire from afar.
Oh, I don't like that either. I mean, they didn't try to kill us.
Then they can't follow us, at the very least.
I think we, at the very least, should hide our astrolabs. I think leaving them out at this point is just asking for danger.
Mine's in my puzzle box. It's out of sight.
Yeah, mine's in my inside pocket. I'm gonna tuck yours into your vest blouse action.
Oh, but it's cool.
You're cool enough without it.
Oh, thanks. I know.
And I'm gonna give a look to River that very clearly says, "This idiot."
Equegi just giving a big smile.
I guess let's go meet Crackbeak. I assume that's like right here.
Yeah, it's on one of the many ports and docks. This was just a good map I had access to for this. I think as you guys go to meet Crackbeak, though, we're going to take a quick break there. What I do want to ask, and if you guys are interested in trying it out, a slight addendum to my hero point rule. I am against the guaranteed plus 10 if you roll a 10 or lower, simply because, like I've said, it's basically a guaranteed success. I would be willing to try out, though, if you roll the same roll or lower on your hero point, that point is refunded no matter what, not just if you roll a nat 1 on a hero point.
I love this.
If you guys would be interested in trying that out at least. That way you can still fail, but at the very least it's not nearly as punishing and you'll have access to that point still.
I think that's really nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Jericho.
We'll
You're
give it a
very
try.
kind.
we'll give it a try. And for those of you who are in multiple games, we're trying it out just in this campaign right now.
Okay.
I will talk
Fair
with
enough.
other groups about if we want to try it out in those games as well, and we'll see
It
how it
just-
goes.
I like the idea of it not burning quite so bad.
Yes, I do 100% understand that it can feel really, really bad to re-roll, and the roll still hates you. But I just don't want it to be that if you re-roll, you're basically guaranteed to succeed, because then you can just save the points for whenever you want to ensure a success will happen, instead of just having a higher chance of success.
That's fair.
So we'll try this out. We'll see how it goes. And that's that. Stand up, stretch, get some water. I'll see you all in a few minutes. Welcome back. So, you guys have just finished killing 2 of these pirates, driving the 3rd one off. Do you wish to pick up their shit?
Yes.
Why not?
Alistair the Poor is in dire need of money.
Same.
I require funds.
Yeah. I mean, hey, each of them has a cutlass, padded armor, and one of those smoke balls, so easy enough to take them all.
Probably pick them up, walk 10 feet to the right, and sell them.
If you want to, you absolutely could. Yeah.
I found this.
The shopkeep just raises an eyebrow. It's in good enough condition. 5 silver a cutlass.
I'm also convinced the guy with the crate is the BBEG.
Look,
It's everywhere.
I only have so many NPC artworks that I've actually taken the time to make tokens out of.
He carries his crate into the tavern.
Well, we also have this armor. Maybe we could do a bundle.
There's a couple of stab and burn wounds on them. 2 silver a pop. Sorry, 1 silver a pop.
I heard 2 silver. How about we
You heard
split the
wrong.
difference and you do 13 total? That's the 2 cutlasses and the 2 armors, right?
13 total. Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh, Lord, she a Haglin.
12 silver, 5 copper.
12 silver, 5 copper, and a high 5.
Sorry. Last best I can do is a low 5.
Deal.
Alright. That'll get you guys 1 gold, 2 silver, and 5 copper more than you would have normally. Congratulations.
Hey, that's double the money I had.
The 2 cutlasses and the 2 padded armors. Do you guys want to sell any of those smoke balls you have, or do you want to hold on to them for now? You've got 4 at the moment.
I have a couple questions about them. What is their area of effect?
It's a 5-foot burst, so it'll take up 4 squares in total.
And anybody can use them?
Mm-hmm.
I say we keep a couple, because you never know when we might need to make a distraction, but I don't think we need to keep all of them. Because we still have the 2 extra smoke balls that we just got, right?
Yes, so you have 4 total at the moment.
Oh.
Well, well, well.
How much do they sell for?
You'll get 1.5 gold per. So you guys can always hold on to them now, and if you decide you don't want them later or need the money later, you can choose to sell them then.
I think that's the smart way.
And there's River.
Good morning.
Hello.
Word on the street is you want me dead.
No, I just want your stuff.
That's rude.
Your dad said I could have it. He's
Yeah,
my best
rude.
friend.
That's double rude.
Well, Samudra, the information you're able to grab on the Chenogg Rainforest just from talking to people, if we, take a look over at the Shackles map real quick. Give me half a second to kill Rongo and add a Kleegi. Ta-da.
Can I do a quick treat wounds?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and can
Easy
I
enough to do so.
refocus to
No, you're not allowed
Absolutely.
to.
fine, then I'm gonna storm all over you.
Hot.
Should I? No.
Hey, good roll, Alistair. 4 health back to you.
Ooh, that's not quite enough.
Down 1. Samudra, you do not lose your curse if you're at minor curse. You only would go down from like moderate to minor when you refocus.
Got it.
You will only go from minor to no curse when you take a long rest.
Take it.
So if we take a look at the map of the Shackles, you guys are over here in Lilywhite right now. This whole area of green is the Chenogg Rainforest, taking up a vast majority of this land, nearly 40 plus miles in length. What you're able to learn, Samudra, is one of the things that's always made Chenogg interesting to people, considering that this is the largest island in the entire archipelago, is that there's not a single Golgan ruin here. Golgan being the ancient Cyclops Empire that was once in this region. Instead, the rainforest is dominated by these strange, utterly alien, vine-choked monuments. These, like, crumbling obelisks, typically of black stone, found all throughout the rainforest that no one really knows what they're for. Some people believe they're gateways to subterranean vaults. Others believe they provide access to entirely different planes of existence. But no one knows for sure, and so the area is definitely off-putting to a lot of people. In general, the main things you have to worry about, there are a number of native tribes that live in the forest, as well as dinosaurs. Those are the 2 big things you should keep an eye out for if you're going to be traveling through it.
I no-nos.
So,
Can I do a recall knowledge on any of that information to see if I know any more?
I'm going to say you don't have any more. Based off of your circumstances, you probably don't have much in particular knowledge-wise about this rainforest.
I've never met a dinosaur before.
Yeah. Maybe you've met some aquatic dinosaurs, but no overland dinosaurs. So, I really should set up an icon for the party. I'll get that done later. So, is there anything else anyone would like to do before you all go meet with Crackbeak? River, we assumed you would have purchased a tent since you're going to be going camping in the rainforest for like a week.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you share with Samudra a one-person tent?
Maybe.
She seemed confident that you would.
Oh yeah.
So,
She would.
how much, as your friends, do we get to drink for free? Like, do you sneak us drinks, or are they like bargain drinks, or like, how does it work?
In my inexperienced bartender eyes, like out of character, free drinks for buddies.
That's what I'm saying too. I say we sell the Stein.
Here it's mostly discounted drinks you're getting them. Not entirely free, but...
Because then it's coming out of my paycheck, and I kind of like having coin.
Context being
One of the rewards the party got for winning the melee was a silver stein that's worth a hefty amount, but also, if you have it, you get free drinks as long as it's on your person and you present it at the God's Revel.
Sweet.
A Kleegi will accept that the party finances are more important than her ability to drink as much as she wants?
We sell it back to the owner of the bar for more than it parts are worth, since we could easily drink more than 20 gold of beer.
That sounds like a threat.
I mean, I'm gonna look at our party and feel very confident.
Do we need any gold for anything right now, or do you want to do that once we get back?
I just don't have. I have like zero money, and I've never gone on an adventure with zero money, and I'm just scared that we're gonna get into a situation where I don't want to be destitute.
Okay, that's
I've never adventured before though, so if you're a great adventurer and you
of
feel
course I'm a
confident,
great adventurer. Of course I'm confident.
okay.
Big smile.
I believe you.
So for reference, Nyx, this isn't what I intended her to be when I wrote her up, but it appears that my character is an absolute herbo.
Beautiful.
Love her.
Turbo.
Like a himbo,
Opposite.
but not.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Get with the program, Alistair. Come on.
Hey, I'm just an old guy. I don't know this new stuff.
All right.
Well, my character's young, but Claire's not.
As you guys make your way towards the eastern docks, you manage to find, after a very short period of searching, Crackbeak, who is currently off to the side, just sort of lounging around, pipe in hand, with 3 rowboats sort of moored right up next to him. Finish your preparations?
Yep. Dealt with some fanboys.
Huh. Oh. Good to see none of you look too worse for wear then. Seems you weren't totally full of shit saying that you would get better.
I'm gonna ask Crackbeak if he knows anything about the ship.
About which ship?
The ship he told us about.
The Storm's Vengeance?
Yeah.
Or the Devil's Tide?
The Storm's Vengeance. I'm still afraid those guys are gonna come after us.
Storm's Vengeance. I haven't heard of them before. Probably, not too well known. Put them on the weaker side.
See, we can handle them if they show up again. I'll
Okay.
keep you safe.
These conflicts are going to come up no matter what.
That's true. If you're having second thoughts now, Samudra, probably your last chance to back out.
No, I'm well on to 4th and 5th thoughts.
Have to work on that confidence.
Right. Alright. Who's rowed a boat before? Let's get under the way.
Me. I have
been on
sailing lore.
I've been on a boat.
Yeah, athletics or sailing lore would be the main skill for rowing a boat. I'm sorry, Alistair, did you just say you've never been on a boat before?
I've ridden on a boat.
Well, then you can ride on one of these. Each one fits 3. We've got 7 here, so...
So I'm pretty good with a boat. And you're pretty good with a boat. Do we have anybody else who could take a 3rd boat?
Crackbeak can
I have
pilot one if you
sailing
guys
lore.
need.
I have 3 athletics.
I'm sorry, kid,
I
what were you
think
saying?
I have 7 in sailing
Okay.
lures.
Hey. Yeah, so if you wanted to put it to the test, you're more than welcome to. Crackbeak has a +9 to his athletics, and I have yet to give him sailing lore because I forgot to.
I only have +5. What's your sailing lore, Allie?
My sailing lore is not going to be that high. Let me check. Plus. Sorry. +3.
Keep in mind,
Alright, so
sailing lore will be a lower DC than athletics. Not by much, but a little bit lower.
Thank you for getting that in there, Mr.
Yeah, I got you. I always forget they don't add lore skills automatically when you build characters.
that's Alistair, Crackbeak, and I.
I mean, can Riel Crackbeak in you?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
We know.
So, Kin, Crackbeak, and I.
Sure.
Yep.
If the two of you would like to roll your sailing lore skills, you're more than welcome to. And who is in each boat? We can.
I want the ladies. Well, told you I was going to kill you, River.
I'll go whenever a boat will take me.
All right. Well, Eklegi, were you actually piloting, or were you letting Crackbeak pilot the third one?
Oh, sorry, yes. Crackbeak can
Okay.
pilot the third one.
He will auto-succeed his roll for now.
Mhm.
So who's in which boat? You guys can set yourself into little groups with your tokens so we know who's with who.
You should totally trust me. I'm really good at boats.
Who are 3 pilots?
Kin, Samudra, Crackbeak.
I roll a d6 to make that decision.
Let your fate lie in the dice. Sick.
With
Really,
Crackbeak,
I-
you
the
go.
bird man.
I want to take the girls if they'll come in my boat, but then I also rolled a 1, so I think you guys should get your own boat.
Well, you don't know
No,
that yet.
Okay.
Sorry, River. You got to go with either Crackbeak or Kin. Unless you're kicking Smokes out.
Yeah, kick him out. I don't even like that guy.
This is amazing.
Fine.
Okay. So the nice thing is, it's not the worst experience. Kin, with practiced precision, you're able to pick up the oars without much issue and follow along Crackbeak just fine. Samudra, you manage to get the rowboat going in a straight line most of the time, but you find it very hard to control the boat at the moment.
I'm used to a smaller boat.
For the yeah, you're used to like a one-person boat. Having 3 people on here, it's you end up definitely falling behind the group, but thankfully you're not out in like open waters or anything, so you don't have to worry about crashing at all or flipping the boat. Also, don't forget to grab your free hero point since you nat one. But as you guys sort of follow along the shore for a few hours, just taking the boats on a pretty scenic journey, does anyone have anything they would like to be doing as you're traveling?
I'm going to be using every bit of strength and experience and tenacity that I have in me to keep this boat from sinking.
Yeah, that's fair. You do kind of have to be focused on piloting if you're piloting the boat.
I will do a search. Just keep an eye on for any threats.
Sure, absolutely. Looking for any other ships in the area or anyone who might be keeping an eye on you.
Some trollmakers on shore.
I'll be right back.
There's an I'm back. There's a stepping away button. Use that. River and Akleji, anything the two of you would like to do? Thank you.
Just scouting for now.
Okay. Just making sure everyone's got a nice little bonus in case things go wrong.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not like things will go wrong.
No, not at all.
Can I make a fortitude save to see if Sammy's piloting makes River sick?
Absolutely, you may. No, you are
Okay.
strong enough and have been on boats enough that thankfully this isn't a large ship. The waves aren't that bad. Even if she's driving a bit crazy, it's nowhere near enough to make you feel ill.
Okay.
All right. Your group travels for roughly 5 hours by rowboat. So those of you who are actually doing the piloting, your arms are going to be burning afterwards. But eventually Crackbeak in the lead boat sort of signals and begins turning his boat towards shore. And you can see a very, very small inlet, not large enough for a full ship, really only large enough for like 4 or 5 rowboats at best to fit in there if they're all pulled up onto the shore. And he will, as he gets close, kind of splash out of the boat and pull it up onto shore so you don't have to worry about the tide taking it away. And help you all do the same with your boats.
In that time, would have had a few chances to treat that 1 point of damage.
Yeah, absolutely, you can get rid of that. You would have had more than enough time to do that.
Okay.
As you all get out of the boats, you find yourself on a just small sandy beach. Behind you are large trees. And not even a path, really. Just a bit of forest that looks partially traveled, perhaps, but nowhere near enough to be what you would consider a true path through the woods. Right? Looking at a couple days' travel. We can get in a little bit today, find a good place to set up camp, and get going. Keep your eyes peeled. If things take a turn for the worst, I'll be holding back, making sure, letting you all take care of things. I'll jump in if necessary, but want to see how you all actually deal with other types of foes and situations sort as this.
Fair enough.
Of course, I am here, so ask any questions you have. I'll do my best to answer, but for the most part, I'm just going to give you directions. I'm going to leave the rest of the decisions up to you all. We're going that way.
All right.
Okay. So precisely what are we looking for? Just to make sure I have that, like...
Yeah. Are you asking that in character or above table?
Above table.
Okay. You guys are theoretically heading towards where the treasure of the Devil's Tide was stored inland.
Okay.
Those astrolabe fragments were supposedly the keys to those treasure. So, it would have been left for you effectively when the individual you knew was about to go on some sort of new or long voyage And while you didn't know them very long, had you known them for an extended period of time, you would have probably gotten used to whenever they came back from a voyage, they would come and take the key fragment back from you and then give it back when they were going on a voyage again.
Okay.
Effectively to make sure that someone would have it, but and it wouldn't be lost with them. They've never come to reclaim it. As far as you know, the shark has had it for a while now.
Yeah.
But you guys are heading inland, theoretically, towards where the actual treasure is hidden at this point. Crackbeak was a member of the Devil's Tide, did not follow them on their last journey because of an injury that had not fully healed, and sort of stayed behind as a mild guard over the treasure. But he has, in character, not actually told you guys exactly where you're going, just generally told you it was in the rainforest and is pointing you guys in the direction to travel as you go. So,
I'm really excited to be on this journey, so I am gonna bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and sing songs on our journey.
okay.
I will continue doing search action.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll search as well.
All right. You can-
Akleji is just going to ask everybody about their adventures that they've had.
Oh, this is my debut adventure. Haha.
Yeah, River, they are going to be rather nondescript. Mostly because I don't think anybody knows that they are a changeling. So, yeah, River's just gonna be like, oh well, I traveled from the mainland and made my way to Lily-White, and I've been here for a few years, so that's
Wait,
about
so
it.
none of you have been on adventures before?
The adventure is getting from point A to point B.
Yeah, but I mean, like, a real adventure has, like, treasure and dragons and bad guys and stuff like that.
Oh, fuck no.
Oh.
I had a very sheltered childhood. I had health issues early on in life.
Hey,
Oh.
me too.
We're gonna die.
Uh,
I'd like to
not-
think I grew out of them, but
I just dropped out of wizarding college, so
oh shit. Fucking college dropout and a band full of shitheads.
Grew up on a little island with a little village, and I've only been here.
You want those
But
search
I'm
rolls?
ready.
There's all the makings of a group that is going to become the most feared pirates in the world. Yes, anyone who is making a search roll may absolutely give me that now.
Yeah. I've had theoretical adventures. Does that count? I read a lot of books.
I guess so?
I'm sure with you here we'll get 3 adventures worth of experience.
As you all begin your journey into the rainforest itself, speaking amongst yourself as you do, I don't think many of you have been in a region such as these sorts of rainforests before.
Nope.
There's vibrant colors, exotic sounds all around you. The trees
tower dozens of feet into the air, their trunks thick with age, their leaves forming this dense sort of emerald roof overhead, just filtering the sunlight into these dappled patches along the floor as you travel. There are a myriad of different scents as you traverse, but the most common ones are just a rich, earthy aroma and the occasional sweetness of a wildflower, mingling with the occasional hint of salt from the ocean blowing in. Various vines and creepers snake their way up the various tree trunks, adorned with a variety of blossoms.
Is there any
Oh, go ahead.
good blossoms on the floor? I'm not going to pick them off the trees, but if there are any that are good on the floor, I'm going to pick them up and collect them.
Okay, absolutely. You'll definitely find some that are nice. The sounds of the rest of the world, the lapping of the waves at the shore, do gradually fade away, replaced by various rustles in the undergrowth of who knows what sorts of creatures. Some of you just catching glimpses of a variety of different wildlife as you traverse. Strange animal calls will sometimes pierce the calm, sounding from various different areas of the forest. As you traverse forward, the first hour passes as you all cheerfully converse with one another, taking time to actually, I think, for the first time, sort of ask about each other, since you all met and confirmed that you each were holders of an astrolabe fragment. Learning a little bit, at least, about each other's past, but continuing forth into the woods. Eventually you all pass a small stream cutting through the dense undergrowth, and as you reach the other side, Alistair, you pick up on a few barking calls almost, and rapid movements in the undergrowth, maybe 30, 40 feet ahead of you. What look to be very small creatures.
Point it out. Got some small creatures up ahead. Can't quite make them out yet.
Appear fast, sleek from what you were able to tell. Mostly brown with a little bit of white and black piercing through. You also catch something a bit further beyond them, very briefly, that is much larger looking. Closer in size to you, perhaps, and much more red in coloration.
Huh. Could I try to recall knowledge to see if I can identify it?
Absolutely, you may.
Ambient sounds.
We love good old ambient sounds. And your recall knowledge did not pop into chat if you want to hit it again.
Okay.
If you have yet to do so. There we go.
I did try it before.
Taking a quick look at them, you do recognize the creatures. Based off of those barking howls that you heard, these small creatures you would recognize as sort of the weakest of brood amongst dinosaurs. Compsognathus, I think is how it's pronounced. Just absolutely little guys that look like this.
It's the little guy.
very much will follow their pack leader.
Copies.
The larger one, though, is a bigger threat. Deinonychus is what you think you might have just seen in the woods.
Dinosaurs. You got some cute little guys and a big scary one.
Do you think they're gonna come after us? Do we need to defend ourselves, or?
Do they seem to be coming this way, or
They were definitely moving in your direction.
we're moving in our direction?
Uh,
Sit about 40 feet out.
Yeah, 30, 40 feet out for the small ones. Deinonychus, maybe another 30, 40 feet beyond that.
So
is anybody good at talking to animals?
Don't want to die.
They're
Talk to
not gonna
animals.
die.
Are dinosaurs animals?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
What else would they be?
Magical beasts.
Well, River can't. She can't do shit when it comes to talking to animals. So they. So used to a random pronoun.
Ken, I like how you've already rolled initiative.
I did? Oh, wait. Who did?
Ken did.
Oh. Oh, hey. Look
Yeah,
at
I
that.
rolled a 2.
I didn't even ask for initiative you rolled. You just rolled it.
Oh, I saw I was on the initiative tab and I saw it appear. So.
I will, I haven't even asked for it, Alistair. What are you doing? Stop that.
I wanted to be part of the cool kids
I'm
group.
clearing it so you'll be able to actually roll when I call for it.
Oh, okay.
Most of the time I will have you guys pre-set up in the encounter tracker in these maps, but you do not need to worry about immediately rolling initiative.
Oh, okay.
Instead of going in there and murdering them right away, maybe we could just go a different way. Could we just back up a little and go around?
You could try to circumvent them, yes.
And certainly try
Where do
to,
we
yeah.
have to go?
Yeah, I mean,
Crackbeak?
They're just minding their business. We're in their house.
does anybody have any spare rations that we can just throw at him? Get him to go away?
No, because Jericho wouldn't let me take any.
That is a bold-faced lie.
What?
I asked you how many times if you wanted to get
Are those
anything else.
compies?
No, I
in
tried to get that
Swarm?
thing that let me have unlimited rations.
Oh, in every need pack? You're not high enough level, nor do you have enough money for that.
No, it was a feature or something that let me just be able to
Oh.
survive off of.
Oh. Whatever the nature skill feat that I hate is. Yeah. Forager.
Well,
Fuck
yeah.
the feat.
Cleachy has a bunch of rations in her pack, so she'll go ahead and start pulling some out. And it's like, is anybody good with animals? Does anybody know how to feed them good? Basically above table. Is anybody trained in nature?
I am
No,
technically
I'm
trained
not.
in nature.
Same. I have a +3 to nature, but I think that we should not try to feed them. We don't need these animals.
Are the
But you never
compies in
thought
a
you guys would
swarm?
hear that, huh?
The compies are not
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
swarm. They're looked
They're
to be
not a
maybe
swarm, okay.
2 separated out. They would actually, you guys would actually have them pointed out to you all at this point. So you would be able to see where all of them are currently sort of just like standing in the underbrush. Kind of just watching. You all haven't approached any closer. They also have not approached any closer.
I just want to stealth him back up.
And maneuver around them.
Yeah, I don't.
Crackbeak, where do we need to go?
Right now we're
I assume
heading
it's over here.
east-southeast. Should be easy enough if we want to circle around these ones a bit.
Then let's do that.
So we're trying to stealth.
Depends on how much time we want to spend. If we're looking to not spend much time at all, then going quick and quiet's probably the easiest. If we wanted to take a longer route, then we might not necessarily have to worry about how quiet we are.
I mean, are we on a time limit right now?
Just however many supplies you brought.
I got 2 weeks worth. I'm good.
It's 4 days extra, assuming everything goes fine.
Yeah, let's take a detour. We don't gotta mess with these little guys.
All right, then head back this way for a little while, and then we'll circle around, nice and slowly. Hope they don't notice us again. Yeah, absolutely.
Luigi will absolutely like wave goodbye to them as they start to circle around though.
Ecclegi, can you give me a nature check, just cuz?
Oh, that Jericho, you're always so mean to me specifically.
I try. Okay. Not bad at all. They don't respond in any meaningful way, but they do not seem to chase you as you guys sort of head back over the creek and make your way in a different direction for a little while. But you guys travel for another couple hours or so before eventually the sun does begin to set, and more so because of the cover, it does get much darker much faster than many of you are used to in the city. So it does pretty quickly reach a perfect time for you to rest if you would like to.
Close to water are we?
How close to water?
I want to swim.
You guys could have stopped near one of the many, like, creeks running through if you wanted to.
Well, I wouldn't want to hold the team up, but since we're at a stopping point, I would go find a pond or stream or something and swim.
By
Are there
yourself.
leeches in the water?
Probably.
There might be. Yeah, I mean, when everyone's setting up camp for the night, if you wanted to head off on your own, Samudra, find somewhere to swim, you're more than welcome to.
What's the
Sounds
worst thing
good.
that could happen?
A lot.
Don't go far. We're in dangerous territory.
Go ahead and give me a nature check, Samudra.
We'll have a hero point. I got it from that time I rolled that net 1 and dumped this in the water.
This is effectively to determine how far you're heading away from the party to find this lake to swim in. So I will let you decide if you would like to re-roll that or not.
Is a higher number closer?
Yes. Well,
Hey, I'm glad I got that hero point
you
back.
get the hero point back as per the rules we're testing out. River, since you were not quite here for it, I pinned it in the Discord chat, but we are testing out a new rule where if you use a hero point and you roll lower than what you rolled prior or fail the roll, you will regain the hero point. So
Very nice.
you're not punished for rolling like garbage twice in a row.
Yay!
And hopefully that'll make up for Foundry hating all my players. Are you paying attention to how far you're going away from the group, Samudra, or are you just going until you find a good enough space to swim and you'll worry about the rest later?
No, I'm trying to be a good adventurer, so I'm trying to like make a little path. While while respecting nature, but like if there was a tracker, anybody could track me.
Okay, you're going to do your best for that. With that roll, you're probably going a little more than a mile away from camp to find a place to actually swim.
Worth it.
So the rest of you, I mean, do any of you do anything as you're all setting up camp, and I imagine Samudra just mentioned she's going to go for a swim and walks off?
I do some maintenance on my suit. in my
Sure.
tent.
Kin and Alistair cannot be bothered. It is rest time.
River is absolutely going to go follow Sammy because what the fuck?
Okay.
I mean, I said don't go far, and I assumed that she would listen to that. And clearly, that was a mistake. To
Fair
assume
enough.
That she would. I don't know her nor well enough that she would go that far.
You are a damnable fool, and we appreciate that for you.
Yeah, far is relative.
Ecclesi, are you staying at camp, or are you following the two girls who are apparently going to swim?
Well, I suppose Ecclesi should go with just to make sure that they don't get murdered by something. We've got 3 people back at camp, 3 people going for the river, so or the water or whatever.
That is fair enough. As you guys progress forward, eventually, as you're making your way back, or towards there, the sound of rushing water begins to get a bit louder as you are approaching Samudra, until you find your way towards a waterfall with a small pond at the bottom of it that would be more than enough for you to swim at for a period of time. But the water crashing down onto rocks at the base, throwing up spray into the air. It's a beautiful little area, nice and scenic, a small clearing in the woods.
Swim.
You're just jumping in the water?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Ecclesi and River, can the two of you give me perception checks, please? Very fitting.
No.
River, what was your question a minute or two ago? Are there
leeches
Are there
in the
leeches?
fucking water?
I mean, not just any leeches. Big leeches.
Oh my god!
Lamprey.
You see them moving around at the bottom of the water, about the size of Samudra. Just as
Sammy?
Samudra seems to not notice and jumps right into the water.
Sammy!
You would also see them, Ecclesi, but River sees them absolutely the quickest.
Sammy, get the fuck out of the water now.
But
Out.
why?
There's... I don't mean to alarm you, but there's a leech the size of your buddy kind of swimming right underneath you.
Oh.
I don't really feel like watching you get eaten alive today, so out!
I'll get out.
You sure? You don't have to get out.
She used her mom voice. I have to get out.
All right. You get in the water for the briefest of moments before you are mommed out of the pool, and I imagine I'll return to camp from there.
Well,
Oh yeah,
why don't we
I'm gonna
just-
pout the whole way home.
Why don't we just kill all the leeches?
If you want to stand there and kill possibly hundreds of thousands of leeches all by yourself, then please feel free.
There's at
I
least a
guess
dozen
not.
of these like person-sized leeches at the bottom of the water.
Okay.
So
Guess we should go back to camp.
Above table, could we boil them?
Well, each of these leeches is level 2, so do your best.
That is a combined level 24. No, thank you.
Minimum. There's at least a dozen there. I have the dice prepared to see just how many there are. It does not take too terribly long. Alistair, Kin, the 3 girls are only gone for like half an hour max before they return. And you guys are all able to set up camp and rest for the evening. The age-old question does appear. Are you guys setting watches?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I know what it sounds like, but like, what exactly do you have to do on a watch?
Make sure dinosaurs don't eat us.
So I
Yeah,
just stay awake until the dinosaurs come, or one of you comes?
Yeah.
Can I go first?
If you feel like you're ready, then yeah.
Well, that way I'm already up, and then I won't have to worry so much about like being too tired and falling asleep.
Fair. Just don't find any more water and go swimming. You'll be fine.
And hang my head a little bit in shame since I just got in trouble.
Am I correct in assuming you guys are setting up a campfire as well, or are you going fireless here?
I don't need a fire.
Well, you have low light vision, so you would need a fire, or at least some light source. Only Akleji and River have actual dark vision.
How
I mean-
cold
I would
does
say
it get at
yes.
night here?
I'm sorry, what, Ken?
How cold does it get at night?
Oh, it's humid. It's still relatively warm even at night here. So,
The good news is I think the forest is dense enough that people aren't really going to be able to see the fire.
most likely not.
I
But
guess
having a
absolutely.
fire to keep the light up for our watches would be good.
Yeah, I would say have a fire.
Okay. Then we've got Samudra on first watch. We'll just do like a little line. Top is first watch, bottom is last watch. If you guys wish to position your tokens in what watch order you're going to take.
I'll check second watch.
Okay.
Akleji will take third.
Okay.
River wants to sleep the longest, so
Last
Yeah,
watch it
Smokes
is.
Yeah.
All right. And everyone can go ahead and give me those perception checks. Good.
If it helps, Samudra is taking it very seriously.
That's funny.
I don't like that.
I mean, hey, the rolls are very indicative that none of you have, done this sort of thing before, stayed on watch while adventuring in an unfamiliar area at night. None of you do good. Some of you do worse than others. Only one of you really rolled okay. So, yeah, you guys do your best. Alistair, you end up having to... You get woken up by Crackbeak, who's staying up late to keep watch on you all, because Samudra's fallen asleep at the fire.
I tried really hard.
All right, go get some sleep.
But most watches pass in relative peace. Akleji.
Uh-huh.
Actually, no, sorry, not you.
Oh.
River.
I can't read. During your watch, River, off to the side near the edge of camp, over by where Akleji is sleeping, her tent, you hear a quiet barking sound, very much like the compies from earlier.
Oh.
Just a single bark. No call and response, just one.
Let's see.
Bark back at it.
No,
Yeah,
leave it alone.
I think that's what I was gonna do.
You're gonna bark back at it or leave it alone?
Yeah, I'm bark back at it.
Give me a nature check.
Oh no, she listened to me. It's unconscious.
It's funny. There's a small rustling sound over by Akleji's tent, followed by like two quick barks, and the pittering sound of something rushing away through the undergrowth.
How did you sound just like a fleeing Pokemon?
I'm very good at what I do.
Can River see, like, any defining features of whatever just ran away?
You got a quick enough glimpse. It looked like a compy. Small, little, tiny dinosaur.
Oh.
It did look like it was exiting Akleji's tent.
Shit. They are going to shuffle over to Akleji's tent and poke their head kind of like in between the tent flap to see if she's alive.
Sure. She looks alive. She looks asleep or resting. There's a bloody scrap of meat just kind of left at the foot of her bedroll.
Akleji's snoring very loudly.
That's weird. Okay. River is just going to slowly back away. Go back to one.
Fantastic. All right. The rest of your watch will pass in relative ease, and everyone is welcome to take a long rest. Akleji, when you wake up in the morning, you will find a bloody scrap of meat at the foot of your bedroll. That definitely does not belong to any of your supplies.
What the fuck? Akleji's gonna pick it up and look at it and try to identify what kind of meat it is.
Go ahead and give me a nature or medicine check.
Sure, I'm garbage at both of those. But
Fantastic. You're not clue. You're not sure.
Yeah.
It's red meat. But you don't know what it comes from.
Is all my stuff together?
Yeah.
Oh, the compies like you. Do you treats?
Akleji will leave her tent in the morning holding up the piece of meat. Is someone trying to pull a prank on me or something? What's going on?
What do you mean?
I got no fucking idea.
There's this meat. That was
It's not your meat.
No, it's not my meat.
Was there something near your tent during the night?
Say again, sorry.
Was there something near your tent during the night?
I don't know. Was there?
Well, I didn't see any during my watch. Maybe someone
Me
else saw
neither.
something.
Me neither.
Well, it's funny you should say that. A little compy just kind of skittered out of your tent, middle of the night. Surprise, they left you a present.
Can I do a recall knowledge nature on that to
Sure.
discern what that means? Or-
Yeah, absolutely.
Shit.
I mean, as far as you're aware, compies will share or at least make sure that the leader of their pack eats first most of the time. You're not exactly sure what happened for this particular compy to view a Kliji as part of its pack, but that's the best theory you can come up with. Assuming that this is a wild compy.
Yeah, not a trained one.
Um,
Well, I'll share that. Like, well, companies are known to ensure that the leader of their pack is fed, so perhaps the compies think you're their pack leader for some reason.
Oh my. Oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna have my own little army of compies.
What have a few and I critically failed and he just gave me false information?
whether that was real information or not, it's what Samudra in her whole heart believes. And she would have been like, "You're their leader now." So whether you said it or not, she would have.
I'm their leader. Okay. The next time we see compies, I'm gonna try to talk to one.
I don't. Okay.
Or just like not literally talk to them, but like you know, like try to communicate.
Well, then I think you should take the meat, and then you can use it next time you see them.
Yeah. But it's a gift, right? Shouldn't I eat it?
Does it look good? Like above table, does it look delicious? Because it sounds kind of gross.
It is a scrap of bloody raw meat from who
Um,
knows what.
I am gonna look shocked and appalled, and shake my head. No.
Akleji is gonna shrug, pierce it with a stick, and start cooking it over the fire.
Okay.
Nice.
Cook out all the poison, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get a nice meat breakfast compared to everyone else's rations.
Cool. Do I die? Do I choke?
Do you want to give
Where's
me
your
a
super
fortitude save?
taster when you need it?
If you want me to give you a fortitude save, I can give you a fortitude save.
I'm asking if you want to give me a fortitude save.
Not really.
Then you don't have to.
Okay.
It's just fine. It's meat. You cook it just fine.
I'm gonna braid the flowers into the girls' hairs before we go.
Okay. Anything else you guys would like to do before you head out on day 2 of your journey?
River would like to say a quick prayer to Gazra before they go.
Absolutely. Yeah. You heard a bit of thunder rumbling last night for sure, but no rain fell.
Mm-hmm.
Would you pray by yourself, or would you pray with us? Would you invite us to pray with you?
Well, if you guys would like to pray with me, I won't say no.
I would absolutely pray with you. I don't believe it, but I know you do.
I worship a different god and I show my faith in a different manner.
That's fair.
Ekliji will pull out a bottle and say, "This is how I show my faith." Chuck, 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 chuck.
How many of those do you have?
She kind of looks into her bag. You see her searchlight count on her fingers. This many.
Enough.
Make a note. Be prepared for alcohol poisoning. I'm ready to go whenever you are all.
I mean, there's nothing really particular about rivers and prayers. Just a quick, like, keep us on the true path in our journey, that kind of thing.
Please don't flash flood us.
Please.
I mean, maybe a little. Then we
the
could swim.
leeches. The leeches will get us.
While we're on our journey today, can we keep an eye out for a safe pond for me to swim in? Doesn't have to be a long swim. That's just how I pray.
You absolutely can keep an eye out for one. As the day progresses, the jungle looks much the same as it did yesterday. For those of you who aren't really used to this sort of thing, it all sort of starts to blur and blend together. Everything looks the same to you. You're not really sure exactly where you are. If it weren't for having Crackbeak with you, you would probably be hopelessly lost pretty quickly in a place like this. Anyone who is searching today, can you give me a perception check, please?
Roger Dodger.
And what are we searching for?
That's just if search is your exploration action, which means you're just constantly making perception checks, keeping an eye out on the things around you.
Watch out for danger.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Kin. About 2 hours into your guys' morning trek through the woods, you notice something standing out from the color you're used to seeing. All of the green and blue, some of the vibrant colors of the few birds you see. Ahead of you and sort of off to the side is what appears to be something of pitch black. Something relatively large and angled, maybe like a 60-degree angle off to the side.
Okay, I'll point it out.
Okay.
Can I recall knowledge and see if I know what it is?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
The old recall knowledge.
Taking a
Oh
look.
god, I have a -1 to my recall knowledge.
That's just on the basic action macros. It's not actually applying a -1.
Yeah, it's a placeholder.
Never
It's
mind.
always
You're right.
been there, always will be there, probably.
You're right.
Boundary's calling you an idiot.
Yeah, they're not wrong.
Yeah, in that case, it's calling us all idiots.
Getting a little bit closer and taking a look, it appears to be made out of rock of some kind, but it is extremely shiny and almost seems to be glowing slightly. None of you have any idea what this is.
I don't like it. I say that we should leave it alone and we should just back up and go around it.
Let me finish. Kin, You do detect magic within 30 feet of you. And Alistair, you do remember the information that Samudra gathered yesterday morning that there are a number of strange, considered alien monuments all around the rainforest. No one really knows what the purpose of them is.
Oh. Is this one of the monuments that you heard about back in town?
It is magical.
Ooh.
Fortunately,
hate
I
it.
do not have read aura prepared today. What can you tell us about this Crackbeak?
Nothing more than any of you know. I know a number of them. Quite frankly, this is the one of the ones I use as points to make sure I'm on the right direction heading to the treasure, but I've never seen anyone do anything with them. They all sort of just stand around the forests. Many of them glow. We'll come across some other ones down the line that actually look like they have runes and diagrams carved into them, but nothing anyone's ever really been able to make sense of, at least. At least as far as I know. If you guys are taking a look at the map on Foundry, you might actually see a couple of these sort of things sitting around.
Oh, okay.
They're not quite as common as they appear here on this map, but that is sort of what a lot of them look like, just large rock outcroppings. Some of them are more in an obelisk shape. Many of them are remarkably well kept, and a number of them that you will come across will have symbols carved into them. This is just the first one you've come across for now, and it is unmarked. There is one thing that we have figured out about them that is interesting. Crackbeak will pull a knife out and go to tap the rock with it, and as the blade gets maybe an inch away, it seems to bounce on the air and be repelled before it can touch the rock.
Yeah, neat.
Leave it alone.
I don't plan to interact with it anymore, just wanted to show you what we've learned.
My brother says you shouldn't play with it too much. It might fall off.
Right.
Right.
Let's continue.
On we go. You guys leave behind the obelisk, continue on your way through the woods. It's right around noon, maybe an hour and a half after you leave behind the obelisk, that Alistair and Kin, the two of you, notice that the trees open up ahead into what appears to be a clearing, a pretty large one. But you also, both of you, begin to smell decay, rot, coming from the clearing.
Clearing up ahead, but that smells rotten. I can smell it even through my mask.
Well, let's take a look, see what it is.
Okay. As you all step out of the woods into this clearing, which looks to be maybe about 200 to 300 feet in diameter, you are greeted by hundreds of corpses. Decayed bodies and skeletons strewn about this clearing entirely haphazardly. All of humanoids.
Okay, this isn't what I was expecting.
As you step into
one
the
of your landmarks?
I'll get to that in one moment because there is something that happens when you step in. The sun darkens.
Oh, nyar.
You notice that not only is like the clearing itself not have any trees or anything, but there's no grass. There's no bird calls. The entire area up here is almost devoid of life. As you look around, a smoky haze seems to almost surround you, covering your vision, obscuring everything beyond a few feet. Through the smoke, though, you can see what appear to be embers of old pyres on bodies, acrid smoke rising from them still. The wind begins to howl around you all.
How'd they die?
If you would like to give me either warfare lore or medicine, examining some of these corpses, you're more than welcome to. As Crackbeak will look at this and go, no, this isn't one of the landmarks. It's on the path, but this wasn't here the last time I did this.
A nature just to see if they've been eaten by animals or if it looks like people death.
For this one in particular, I need medicine or warfare lore.
Is it blind or public?
Public.
Take it all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm trained even.
Most of these wounds, Samudra, appear to have been inflicted either by small claws or by flame. There are a lot of burned and charred bones with small nicks in them. Are you guys progressing at all? This is just sort of what you notice when you step into the clearing and are sort of at the edge of it still.
No, I think that we should back up and go around. We don't have any business here. None of this has anything to do with us.
Yeah, if we could just maybe skirt this clearing and then proceed, that might be best.
Is there another way, Crackbeak?
Like with the dinosaurs, we could turn around, go around. At this point, we're at in another day onto our journey, though. About.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm fine with dodging the dinosaurs so we don't have to kill the little guys, but I mean, it's gross, it's creepy, but I mean, come on, let's just go through.
Any of you ever fought an undead before?
No, but I think I'm well equipped to.
Well, then we might have a chance here.
We could just go around.
Samudra.
We continue to take detours. We're going to run into issues of rations.
You can't just keep going around all your problems.
If we didn't go back and go all the way around, could we just stay like maybe inside the tree line of the clearing? We just don't need to go in there.
Ecclesia is going to start walking in there.
No.
Let me ask you a different question, Samudra. Take a look around. Do you see any trees right now? You walked, what, 5-10 feet out of the tree line? Can certainly see that far, but looking behind us, I don't see any trees.
I'm gonna follow.
Hate it here.
Okay.
Fortune favors the bold, I suppose.
As a few of you at least begin making your way further into the clearing, As you get closer and closer to the center of it, the ground begins to change. Not just flat earth covered in bodies anymore, but huge gouges in the earth, maws of stone, rusted iron spikes. You see a number of skeletal bodies impaled upon spikes, half buried by the upturned earth.
I'm gonna cast detect magic. Anything in here magical?
Within 30 feet of you, as you're sort of near the center of the clearing, absolutely
Yeah.
you feel magic.
So, my religious edicts are that I respect and aid the flow of natural cycles and I promote life and growth.
Mm-hmm.
All of this feels like the most nothing about this is natural. And it's absolutely opposite of life and growth. I hate it here.
Yeah, this is a lot of death and decay.
Yeah, no, I hate it here.
Just push
But-
through as fast as possible.
Yeah, like you said. And if, one of these things stands up, I just poke it in the head and it falls back over.
All right. And as you guys progress towards the far end of the clearing, the carnage sort of gives way to a different sight. Piles of rotting bones surround a flattened one of those monoliths. Just a large piece of stone, sort of set up like a table. There are several scattered stone knives across the blackened husk of its surface, many of them covered in dried blood. On the edge of this table, I suppose, is a area that's kind of carved into a depression, like where a head would be. The channel underneath it looks like it would allow blood to flow into the various channels of the stone that look like they form some sort of magic circle. There are extremely intricate arcane symbols carved all around the edge of this table as well. Noticeably, while this surface looks like that blackened stone you came by earlier, this one does not glow slightly as the other one did.
Just leave it alone.
I'll try and recall knowledge just to see what was going on here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll get on the recall knowledge
Sure.
action.
Both of you
I
take...
don't need to do a recall knowledge to know that this is wrong.
That's fair. Taking a
The
look
river looks a little uncomfortable as well.
That's entirely understandable. Taking a look over this surface, Kin and Alistair, you know it's should be probably a sacrificial surface to facilitate some type of magic. Neither of you is able to tell exactly what the magic is supposed to be, though.
Well, what are sacrifices they made here?
I do have dubious knowledge, if that matters.
Ooh. Remind me, dubious knowledge is something
if I
accurate.
fail but
something...
don't critically fail, then I'll get a correct and an erroneous answer.
Right. Okay. Yes, you did fail, but did not critically fail. Let's see. I think you would thus be split. You dropped out of this class before you went too far into it, so rituals are a little iffy for you at the moment still. This is either a ritual of consecration or a ritual of summoning. You're not sure which. And remember, consecration doesn't necessarily mean good. You can consecrate an area to an evil deity.
Should we try and disrupt this maybe? So whoever's
I think we should get the fuck out of here.
Yep, that's what I think.
Yes, that's. I don't think we're equipped to deal with something like that.
Yeah, this does seem a bit above our pay grade, doesn't it? All right.
So,
Either summon something or consecrated this to a dark god.
well, let's just hope we don't find what they summoned then.
Yeah, I think it's probably the summoning giving all the gouges and stuff everywhere. But who knows?
Were any of you guys like discreet in your marching through the middle of this field? Because I would have been like using my very most sneakity tiptoes.
Avoid notice? I did
Yeah,
not.
I was not.
we're gonna die.
Those of you who were looking around, who were searching as you guys traveled through here, probably would have noticed a few things here and there. What looked to be... There were a number of, like, broken weapons, but you probably saw one or two weapons here and there that looked like they were in good condition. A few things that looked like maybe they would be, like, tribal curios that might have some value as well. So, if you guys wanted to, you could probably spend time searching around this clearing and come away with some valuable things.
While tempting,
Nah.
I say we move on.
Okay, but Samudra, you get a nice shiny scimitar,
You can have
right? I'm just saying, maybe we all deserve nice shiny things. These
I'm
people
gonna-
ain't using it anymore.
it. Take it off and hand it to you. Now you have it. Now let's go.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Akleji looks sadly at all of the valuables left behind on all of the bodies before moving on.
As you guys make your way away from the clearing, stepping out of it, one final gust of this wind sort of slams into all of your backs, seemingly almost sending you on your way. But you head further into the forest, away from this clearing, and that's where we're going to end the session for today.
Thank you for not getting us murdered, team.
Thank you all
Right
so much for
on.
playing.
Like and subscribe.
I do hope you enjoyed,
Hit the bell icon.
and I'll see you all next week.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.